What's up, guys? How are y'all doing today? Got the Texans jersey on. We repping Andre Johnson today. But we ain't even talking about full Texans thing. We're talking about fantasy football with a very Texans tint on it. So I guess we talking about Texans, you know what I'm saying, man? So we're going to break this video down a little bit. So I have the projected numbers for Texans players on ESPN, Yahoo, and NFL because those are the big fantasy football things that I know about and that I play on. Yes, I play on all three because I'm addicted to fantasy football. And look, man, if you're addicted to and you play on all three too, look, let me know which one you like best in the comment section because I really prefer ESPN over the other two. But let's go ahead and jump into ESPN. Now I'm just going to tell you the projected numbers for like draftable Texans players, and then we're going to dive in and I'm going to give you a little analysis. Hopefully this video isn't too long. If it is, I apologize. Let's dive into it though. For ESPN, they drafted 16 rounds, if you didn't know. Deshaun Watson is projected to get 140.2 fantasy points this year. Tom Savage is projected to get 90.1 fantasy points this year. Lamar Miller is projected to get 178.4 points this year. DeAndre Hopkins is projected to get 146 points. CJ Fedorowicz is projected to get 87.9 fantasy points this year. And the defense is projected to get 101.2 fantasy points this year. If you're playing ESPN and you just want like one or two Texans players, the obvious picks for you is Lamar Miller and DeAndre Hopkins. I know they have Deshaun Watson with this huge number by him, but that's super suspect to me. And I'm explaining it at the end of the video because I have to say it for all three because these websites kind of tripping about Deshaun Watson because the quarterback situation for the Houston is so questionable right now, but like in a good way, you know what I'm saying? Like Tom Savage is a star, but they're projecting Deshaun Watson as a star. And I don't understand how they're doing this without Bill O'Brien being like, oh yeah, Deshaun Watson's going to start. If Tom Savage is starting, he's going to do... I'm going to let it go. I'm going to explain my point later. But playing ESPN, you said obviously draft Lamar Miller, DeAndre Hopkins. Don't reach for either one of them. Like, if I'm picking one or three, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not taking Lamar Miller that high. You can get Lamar Miller, like, in the second round towards the end of the first round. So if you have, like, a high pick, go ahead and expand your boundaries, man. Like, I picked number 2 the other day, and I got Aaron Rodgers just because I could. Now, people be like, that's too high to draft a quarterback. Is it really? Because Aaron Rodgers be producing, but that's a whole different conversation. But like I'm saying, Lamar Miller, if you're getting him, you can wait till, like, the end of the first round, early second round. He might even be there the third round. I haven't seen him be there the third round because I draft him so early. Like, no one has been able to draft Lamar Miller over me. So I'm taking him end of the first round, early second round. He's not there the third round, but I don't know how other people feel about him. Like, you can wait to the second round to get DeAndre Hopkins because, like, I'm the only person in my league who's going after DeAndre Hopkins. So, like, he's there every time I want him, and so that's the second round. I don't know if I leave him there, if he'll be here there the third round. He might not because, you know, the all-pick monster and stuff. I don't understand why you sign up for fantasy drafts and then don't be there for them. That's a whole different rant. But, obviously, I think you should get Lamar Miller, DeAndre Hopkins. Hold off on the quarterback situation until, like, the end of the preseason. Like, don't draft a Texans quarterback to be your quarterback number 1 or your quarterback number 2. I say quarterback number 2 because, like, I know there's not really 2 quarterbacks, but, like, when your number 1 is on the bye week, your number 2 plays. You feel me? So don't draft a Texans quarterback in that position right now. I'll get more into that later. The defense. Take the defense as early as possible. Like, usually let the draft flow, and somebody will reach and take the Seahawks defense or the Broncos defense, and that's when I know, all right, this next pick I'm taking the Texans defense. Because I waited a little longer than I wanted to yesterday, and somebody took the Texans defense, and my feelings were hurt. I almost traded. I was like, all right, look, I almost thought about trading them, but I don't like trading in fantasy. That's something I'll explain at the end. So get the Texans defense as early as possible. With CJ Fedorowicz, that's our tight end. It's kind of like if you forgot about the tight end position, go ahead and get him. Or if you just really want Texans tight end, I don't really know what he's going to do this season. I just really like Texans players. So that's ESPN for you. So for Yahoo, they got 15-round drafts. I don't know how they got less than ESPN, but like, do you, Yahoo? So Deshaun Watson is projected to get 217.31 fantasy points. Tom Savage is projected to get 44.14. Lamar Miller is projected to get 157.32 fantasy points. DeAndre Hopkins is projected to get 144.7 fantasy points. CJ Fedorowicz is projected to get 84.36. The Texans defense is projected to get 49.21. I don't like Yahoo. How? We have J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney on the same defensive line, and the Texans defense is only projected to get 49.21 points this season. What are you doing, Yahoo? Like, I was so upset. Like, I'm upset. I'm still drafting the Texans defense. Don't get me wrong, but this is pure disrespect. Pure disrespect, man. Like, what is you doing, Yahoo? So, obviously, again, draft Lamar Miller as early as possible in Yahoo, and then DeAndre Hopkins. Same thing with Deshaun Watson, Tom Savage, and it's basically the same thing. I just want y'all to know the numbers. That I have this video be 16 hours. So, for the NFL, I don't know how long their drafts are. I guess it's 16, 15 rounds, somewhere around there. Deshaun Watson, they don't have a projected number for them. Congratulations to the NFL for being realistic. Tom Savage is projected to get 133.38 fantasy points. Lamar Miller is projected to get 181.26 points. DeAndre Hopkins is projected to get 126.09 points. Fedorowicz is projected to get 86.4, and the Texans defense is projected to get 103.29 fantasy points. I appreciate the realisticness of the NFL, because they know that Tom Savage is the starter, so they gave him starter numbers, and we don't know what's happening with Deshaun Watson, so how are you going to project that he's going to do all this, and the man might not even start? Do I want Deshaun Watson to start? Yes. But am I Bill O'Brien? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not something we can control. Lamar Miller is like, draft Lamar Miller early, so he's there. DeAndre Hopkins, draft him early. Draft the Texans defense early, and then the same thing with Fedorowicz. I wouldn't draft the Texans kicker just because usually if you draft smart enough, there's kickers available. Like, I got Justin Tucker yesterday, and that's just because of how I draft. Now, let's talk about how I draft. I try to have my team filled out by like the 8th round, so therefore, if I want to go grab Deshaun Watson, I can, and he won't even matter. Like, yesterday I was in a draft, and I got Drew Brees and Jameis Winston, I think, and I still had time to go back and get Deshaun Watson. In case Deshaun Watson starts, I can put him over Jameis Winston for that bye week, because I'm not putting Deshaun Watson over Drew Brees. That's just, look, I love Deshaun Watson, I love the Texans, but I know numbers, and Drew be producing. Texans players that are staples on my team, Lamar Miller, DeAndre Hopkins, the defense, and Fedorowicz are Texans players that are always on my teams. I usually draft one all-Texans team, so that I'll have the kicker and everybody. The Texans bye week is week 7, in case you didn't know, so draft around that. Don't ever draft 2 people with the same bye week. Like, I think that's common sense, but people do it all the time, and I've actually done it before. Oh, God, that sucks. So, the whole Deshaun Watson situation, I feel like you don't draft him. Don't draft Deshaun Watson. He'll be there for free agency. Now, if Deshaun Watson comes in and starts week 1 or 2, you grab him the next day available. You know, when the waiver wire opens up, you grab Deshaun Watson. Like, the week after he starts, you grab him. I've yet to see somebody just draft Deshaun Watson all willy-nilly, because I think we all understand, like, just a big question mark around the Texans quarterback situation. And I wish it wasn't such a big question mark, but hey, it is what it is. And hopefully he starts. Like, as a Texans fan, I want to see him start, but I understand that trusting Savage and Savage can do good things, so that whole situation there. So this video is currently like 20 minutes, and so hopefully I am going to cut this down to way less than 20 minutes. Hopefully you got something educational, entertaining out of it. You got some insight that you didn't have before out of this video. If you would like to play a fantasy football league with me, let me know in the comment section. We can make that happen. Definitely, we would probably play ESPN unless y'all really don't want to play ESPN, but I would probably set up on ESPN, and then I'd be like, all right, give me something so I can let you know the name of the league and stuff. But hey, man, that's just something. If you want to do that, like, I'm going to play anyway, but if y'all want to play with me, I don't know. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of crazy, kind of all over the place. I didn't have my thoughts together, and I apologize for that. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Help us get to those 100 subs so we can figure out what happens at 100. 10 away. We lost a subscriber, but it's cool. We're going to get them back. We're going to get to 100. Help us get there. Please, 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 please. Go ahead, like this video, share this video, comment on this video. Do all that fun stuff, man. Spoil the channel. 2017. Y'all stay icy. God above all else. Dexterity assist. Out.